Well, welcome to the Stone Roadie podcast. It's the one you don't want to miss. It stars Craig Reed, the Stone Roadie, and Griff, the rocket scientist. Let's not forget Kathy Godsey and all the old friends that come along. Lord, we'll be talking Skynyrd and leaving you with a song.
Podcast 96 action. Alrighty then, looky here. It's another edition of the Stoned Roadie Show, and my name's Craig Reed, the Stoned Roadie, and this is my co-host, the rocket scientist, Griff Martin. And today we have a special guest, ZACK, Lane, and Six Gun with Automotive back there in the background. Today we're going to talk about the simulcast Automotive's going to do down in Kingsport, Tennessee this Monday, Memorial Day weekend. So why don't you go ahead and take it away there, Griff or Zach or whoever wants to talk about this show down there.
I'll go ahead and start it off. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the band Six Gun, and we're also going to talk about the gig they have coming up here this coming Monday. And it's going to be, I guess, basically the same thing that we attempted on our first live, which a lot of people don't realize that that place was like a griddle. It was so hot out there, and there wasn't anybody out in the parking lot watching the band because it was just too hot. And that was kind of an experimental thing, but I think Automotive, you got all the kinks worked out of that now, don't you there, Otto?
Well, we'll find out, but I certainly hope so. I think we got it.
What's going to be different this time than it was the last time?
Well, number one, I hope that not everybody's saying turn your camera the right way, because I got an iPhone 14 now. iPhone 14 with a whole bunch of stuff after it with a terabyte and everything. So we'll have better equipment there, and then more of a crowd. You know, you guys been to Lakeview. That's a great venue down there, and obviously you have a view of a lake, and that's a great place. So tuning into that will be a little bit different, a better atmosphere than a parking lot, that's for sure. So
yeah, so bear with us on our live simulcast, because it's a work in progress, but we plan on perfecting it, and it's going to be really cool once we get down to rocket science. And let's talk about the band. So now we've got Savannah Napier, which is our new bass player, and you guys know that Six Gun is the house band for the Stone Roadie Show, right? So these guys are our band right here. So we welcome Savannah to the podcast, and we also welcome her to the band, and she's a great addition. A lot of you guys seen the video that we took down there in Jacksonville on Rockin' for a Reason. She was in a lot of that stuff. And so what can we expect on Monday night? We've had you on before, Nick Gentry, right? We had you on, and of course everybody knows Zach. So what's going to happen Monday there, Zach? You go ahead and tell us about it.
So yeah, we're going to be starting at 6 o'clock. We'll be playing from 6 to 9. We'll just be playing, you know.
What, 3 sets?
Yeah, 3 sets. You know, and we usually take about a 15-minute intermission between each set. And she'll be playing the last 2 sets. So if you want to catch her, she'll be playing the last 2. And the first one will be our usual bass player. His name's Hank. Previous bass player. She's getting, you know, kind of weaned into worked into.
Figuring the songs out.
Yeah, she's coming along very well, though.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the venue. Where is it, and what's it like there? Of course, I've been there before, but let's talk a little bit about that, Zach. Fill us in on that venue.
So it's in Kingsport, Tennessee. That's where we'll be playing. And the name of the place is actually Marker 2 Grill. It's just on the marina, I guess. So that's it's a restaurant bar. You know, they got obviously alcohol. So, if you like to drink and listen to Southern rock, this is definitely, if you're around Kingsport, come check it out. But yeah.
Well, you guys that come to the venue, make sure you have a designated driver, because you don't want to be driving drunk in Kingsport.
No.
I can witness that. I had a little about 40 years ago. I got locked up in Kingsport, and it's kind of weird that Zach lives near there now. So
Yeah,
guess,
it's bizarre. I've
yeah.
come in contact with you and Craig, and it's strange. There's just some weird.
Yeah, the only time I
coincidences.
ever got arrested in my life, and it happens to be right down the road from where Zach lives now. So I guess
Yeah.
I got a chance my life every time I come there. So so you guys, what kind of songs are we going to be playing? Give us a list of some stuff we're going to hear.
Okay, we play Saturday Night Special. We play Dreams I'll Never See, Molly Hatchet. Give Me Three Steps, On the Hunt, Stranglehold, Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever. We play some Tom Petty, Last Dance or Mary Jane's Last Dance. I'm sorry, and Refugee by Tom Petty. So we play anything from we play some Steppenwolf. We got one Steppenwolf song on there. But it's Southern rock. That's what it
Needle
is.
and Spoon.
Yeah, Needle and the Spoon.
That's your song, ain't it?
Yeah.
Griff, Needle and Spoon.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs there. Not that I ever used the needle or anything, but
No,
Right.
no.
it is one of my favorite songs. Savannah, so how long have you officially been with the band now?
I mean, I don't know when it's really been official, but I did play that one show with them like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the official mark.
Yeah, I
Not
would
sure.
say she's been rehearsing with us and coming into it probably about 3 weeks or something.
So how was it as far as learning all the songs and things? How long have you been playing bass now, Savannah?
I've been playing for a little over 2 years.
And weren't you like in the School of Rock, or still are, or?
Yeah, I was, and I quit. I just quit. My last show was last weekend, so.
Did you learn a lot from the School of Rock?
I'm gonna be honest, not really.
No.
No.
Well, they taught you how to look cool up there. I know they worked on that, and you do definitely look
Maybe.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think
you
add a lot to the band.
played violin, didn't you?
Yeah, I played for 5 years, and I was first chair for my last 2 years.
And Savannah went to the up there with Craig on that little field trip when they went and visited the museum up there where Craig lives. And
The Rock Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Rock Hall of Fame. And you actually got to play, and the guy that was running that whole thing where you could play a bass up there said that you were a natural.
Yeah,
Right?
we were.
Yeah, he sure did.
We were just playing at like this place where you could play the drums, guitar. I think there was keys there. I'm not too sure, but there's bass, and it was kind of like a little learning place. But I really just wanted to play the instrument, and so I went over there and started playing. And this guy came up and was like, "You need to come over here and play with these people." And it was like this band, I guess, that they formed, and so I think our next trip we did play with them. So yeah.
And there's somebody that's missing right now, which he's kind of camera shy, but he's kind of like I think a fill-in until you guys find a permanent singer. But Chad's dad, Zach's dad, Chad Lane, he does a great job singing, and I don't see how the guy does it, man. But he's got some pipes. He can sing all night and not even miss a beat. So we try to talk him into sitting there in the back. But he's not into that.
Well,
kind of stuff,
he was on the podcast with Seda Davidson too, so it was me, him, and Nick here.
So following this gig that you have coming up Monday, what's the next thing that we're going to see at? And I think we're going to be doing a live for that too, right, Otto?
That's correct. Yeah. Yep. At the Lyric. I'll let Zach tell you about it.
Yeah. It's the Lyric Theater. It's in St. Paul, Virginia. And what we'd like to do, and we're still kind of getting it worked up, is so it's a benefit show for the theater, and we're trying to get raise some money for them, kind of, I guess, similar to what Skinner did with the Fox, something similar to that. But, yeah, we're going to try to get maybe Gene Odom there, possibly, maybe Craig if he wants to come down. And I think, I'm not sure if you plan on being there or not, Griff, but we'd like to have you and Otto, of course, and yeah, just yeah, that's going to be a really good thing, and the reason we're wanting to push it so hard is because to sell tickets. That's why we really want to push it. It's not really like a, something that I don't know. It's not like a kind of like Lakeview. It's kind of got I guess, a built-in crowd. They say, some people say that. Which last time we played Lakeview, it kind of sold out. There were people lined up, trying to get into the
Yeah, it was cool.
venue. Right? Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, and we have a pretty decent following, and we're going to try to push the Lyric, just so we can sell some tickets and get people there. But I think Gene being there and Craig, selling merch, possibly. I think that'll be another kind of attraction.
Reason for people to come.
Yeah.
So that Lakeview Marina, what time does the show start on Monday for that?
It starts at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m.
6 o'clock, and it's a really cool venue. They're right on the water, and they have really good food, and it's a huge place. And it's really a nice little area up there, kind of close to the mountains and stuff. So it's a nice drive in. And the Lyric, let's talk about the time that starts and the date on that. Do you know what that is?
The day is, I believe, September 30th. I don't know the time right off, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Now you have I know somebody's been working on a website for you. Tell us about your website that you got coming.
Yeah, we're gonna have it's gonna be sixgun.com, and keep a lookout for that. I'll make an announcement when we get that up and running, but it'll have, our calendar. It'll have pictures of the band, some bios, kind of descriptions about the members, and just. And it'll also have an email too. So if anybody wants to book us, then that'll be a really good place. They can email us, shoot us, anywhere around the country. You know what I'm saying? So
cool. So be looking for that website, and we'll be pushing it some more. Once you get it up and running, so we can, get some people taking a look at it, maybe book some gigs with you guys. Where's your drummer at? We're missing your drummer.
Okay, he works, so he's worked the past like 3 days. He's tired, so he couldn't make it. He planned on making it, but he couldn't today. But yeah, he's solid as a rock. His name's Steve. He's right up there on Craig's green screen there. Steve Bevins. He's really, really solid. One of the most solid drummers I've played with. I would put him up there with Derek Hess. I've played with Derek Hess, and he's, super solid.
Yeah. We had on our last guest on the Stone Roadie show, we had Kurt Custer, and I was talking to him about ZACK, and I said, hey, can we get ZACK up there? It's kind of like a Steve Gaines thing. He's probably like hears everybody say, I'd like to get you to get this friend of mine, up there with your band. And he's probably said, okay, here we go again. But I don't think he's heard ZACK. So I'm going to send him some clips of you and see if we can't get him to listen to those and maybe get you to go up on stage with him. So if you're listening, Kurt, we want to get ZACK. This is ZACK. Lane is the guy I'm talking about. 6 Gun, excellent guitar player. And of course, who knows? Maybe we can get Savannah up there too, Nick, or let him take a break for 20-30 minutes while you guys rip some songs out or something.
Yeah, and too, if you if there's any new listeners out there, or people that don't know who I am, my main kind of platform is TikTok. That's where I post the most, and we actually we're like on the cusp of hitting 50,000 followers. So that's crazy to me. But anyways, yeah. So I got some videos on YouTube as well. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So that's kind of, those are my platforms that I post on. If anybody wants to check me out.
And then we actually have something pretty cool coming up that we can't talk about. It's kind of a secret, but it's something cool to look forward to coming up. So you guys are going to surprise you with it when we get it done. I think it's going to turn out really well. As far as your band, Zach, where are you going to go with your band? What are you looking at doing? What's your goals for Six Gun?
I'm not really sure just yet, to be honest. Hopefully to grow it and get out playing, with just anywhere we can, really, for the right price, of course. We don't do things for free. But that's kind of the main goal right now. Get out more, play more, get more exposure. And that's kind of where I'm sitting with it right now. You guys can speak for that if you want to. You can kind of speak on your thoughts on.
Yeah, I mean, just like Zach said, I mean, it's about just getting out there and trying to play as many places as we can, but for the right price, we can't cheat ourselves, and things like that.
And we're actually working on looking at getting you guys at the Monument celebration. I've been in touch with Dwayne Easley, and we're looking at what talent's going to be brought in there, and the things that are going to be happening at the Monument. There's going to be a lot of cool things going on there. We've got an unveiling of a granite carving, and then we have the guitar giveaway, and then there's a bed and breakfast. James Hughes is going to be setting up with a lot of plane crash artifacts that are going to be there for people to look at, and make sure you bring cash for that. There's going to be some donations and T-shirts and autographs, and everybody's going to be there. So
Dwayne said there was a venue down there, didn't he, that they could set up in?
We're working on that right now. We're not sure. There's a place that he's actually in talks with somebody. So we're trying to figure it all out. I've had people send me messages and asking me, hey, what's the dates? What's the dates on that? And it's kind of like not really in concrete yet. So that's going to be ironed out here pretty soon. So I think we'll have some information for everybody. Six Gun, where you guys, what's the name of your town that you're from, Zach?
We're all from different towns. We kind of centralize in one place, Dryden, Virginia. But Nick here is from Wise, Virginia. Of course, Savannah, she lives in Indiana, and she makes the trip down. Thankfully, we're very grateful for that. But I was raised here, in Dryden, Virginia, and Steve is also from Wise, Virginia. So we're kind of all in, a big Stone Gap, Pennington Gap, Dryden, Virginia, and Wise, Virginia is kind of where we all are from.
And I know it probably depends on what kind of money people are willing to spend, but how far are you willing to go as far as a venue?
Anywhere for the right price,
Right.
So that's kind of, yeah.
Two things. Griff, one thing I know that Zach and I and the band have talked about a keyboard player.
Yes.
And I thought this would be a good opportunity to put it out there. Somebody ideally that's in this area that could, and it can't just be anybody that's got a Casio playing chopsticks. I mean, you see what these guys are like. I don't know how.
I'm about to say I could be one if you want.
Well, we consider it, but yeah. So that's something to put out there. They can contact me through Facebook or any of us, really, just any way you want. And but it's something that if you're special, or if you know somebody that is, it could help out the band. So I wanted to put that out there. And two, just the overall sound of this band. Now I know, when I was at the Harley dealership and we did the live cast, and I have my Galaxy phone that I'm doing it on, I don't think that it really projects into what people can hear online of how good they really sound in person. It's such a huge and complete sound. I mean, I've listened to bands in concert that used to be, really big and A-list popular bands, and they're not better. Like I'm watching these guys and I'm listening to these guys Heck, I laid a track down. It was one of their tracks behind a video, and people were concerned I was going to get copyrighted. I'm like, no, that's Six Gun. They're like, oh, you're kidding. That's, even Chad, that was, Chad Lane heard it and didn't even realize that was his own band, playing another band's song. And they are spectacular. And I can't say enough about them. I watch live music, and Craig and I have been to places, and Griff, you've seen them. But I hope that people can come out to Lakeview and then the Lyric after that and just see it in person, because they're fantastic. And Savannah just adds to it. If Steve was here, he'd be talking about, those two kind of bonded right off the bat, Savannah and Steve, the drummer. Right off after the first rip, he was like, her timing's impeccable.
Well, the bass player and the drummer, those two are they're kind of married in that way. Yeah. So one of my favorite things about ZACK is when he breaks loose on that wireless and starts walking around out in the crowd and playing. It's like so cool, and he just does it with ease. I mean, he's not bashful at all. And we've actually talked. We said, if ZACK could get up there with the current Lynyrd Skynyrd band, and he came walking out there and was playing, Needle in the Spoon or, anything like that, I think the audience would just probably shit. Because, it would be like, just like seeing Gary. So, and ZACK, hey, show off your new strap, man. Let's take a look at your new strap. You got a couple of new straps.
This one here was sent by, Griff.
Yeah, that's a Griff Martin present to ZACK.
This was an excellent gift. I can't thank you enough again for this. But yeah, this is 100% alligator. So that's,
show them how it's shaped. It looks like the whole.
That's that gator you killed with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I killed the gator and took it down, and then they skinned it and everything, and yeah.
If you look at it, you can kind of tell that, this was like the head, and then the spine, it goes all the way up, and can't really show the tail that well. Well, there you go.
Cool. Yeah. So ZACK, you're breaking that thing in. It was a little stiff, huh?
A little bit, yeah, but I'm breaking it in. I use that as my main strap for my number one, the Cherry Burst Les Paul. And then this one I just received today from Craig Reed. And this, I believe Cousin Figel made this.
Cousin Figel didn't make it. He ordered it from the guy that made Dwayne Allman's strap.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's an exact copy of Dwayne's strap. Yeah, Dwayne Allman.
Yeah.
Yes, kind of looks like Gary's strap that I can't remember. It might have been Day of the Green, or it could have been Winterland or something. I saw him with that on, and I think you bought that strap for him, didn't you, Craig? That strap there that looks like the one Gary had?
No, that he had that strap before I ever started with him. Yeah.
Oh,
I got him the black ones with the silver conchas on it. I had those made for him.
Yeah, and we actually have a sponsor, Moody Straps, which they've offered to get these guys some straps. So we got to get those guys, I guess, to take a look at what they have in stock and pick something out. So that's going to be kind of cool. And so hail to Moody Straps. Which,
yes, thank you. Thank you, Moody.
Yeah. So we're going to get the guy that, what's he, like the manager or something, Craig? What's his name?
He's the president of artist relations, Brian Ricks. Yeah,
and
Gene Odom friend. Yeah,
he and Gene are big buddies.
Yeah, before he even got that job. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That was like one of those weird things that we didn't even know it. So. But so Craig, what are we looking like as far as there any more donations or anything like that we need to talk about? Or
we haven't received any more donations as of yet. No.
I think you had another guy, a friend of yours, that was going to donate $1,000. You might have already mentioned him or something, but
I haven't received anything yet. But yeah, he said he's been on vacation. He's gonna send something. And yeah, he was got a little bit upset of I forget the guy's name that
Slicker.
No, that other guy. Skill.
not him. We got a couple nemesis now, don't we?
Oh yeah, that other guy that was
Nichols or whatever. What are you talking about?
that was calling me and you scum or whatever. I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forget that guy's name. We don't want to make him a hero or anything.
No, I don't remember his name. Yeah.
So hey, Craig, put out your PO box again because I know I had a guy, Derek Collins, reached out and wanted to donate a. If you guys have watched the Trailer Park Boys show, there was a character on there called Leahy, and he was a pretty funny guy, and he's passed now, but he's got some autograph stuff from Leahy he wanted to donate to the cause, to auction off or do what you can with it to generate for the survivors. So, but I couldn't remember. I knew it was 442 and for the PO box, and I forgot the rest. So
yes, Craig Reed, PO Box 442, Green, Ohio 44232. Yeah.
And as far as getting in touch with you, Zach, for booking gigs, do you have an email or something you can give us?
I do. That's it's official Zach Lane Guitar at gmail.com. That's where you can email me if you have somewhere you want us to play or anything, but yeah, usually if you're like a fan or something, I get a lot of people message me and stuff all the time, and some wonder why I don't answer. It feels too personal to me, like if business wise, if somebody calls me, I usually don't answer unless, they usually leave like a voicemail or something, I'm like, okay, that's not, somebody trying to kill me or something, right. But yeah, so Zach Lane, official Zach Lane Guitar at gmail.com is where you can find me. And Nick, do you have anywhere that they can reach out to you?
You can reach out to me on Instagram, just Nick Gentry, my name. I think it has 2 Y's on the end. And I'm on Facebook also, just my name. I'll reach out if you want to reach out there for anything, booking or anything.
I'll tell you what's kind of cool with these guys is Zach and of course Seda and Zach and Nick. With Zach and Nick, they kind of like take roles as Gary Rossington, and then you'll have Alan Collins and Steve Gaines, and you can like watch them, and they're playing these different guitar parts, and it's note for note, sounds just like these guys that were in Lynyrd Skynyrd. And of course, they do other music too, but it's really cool to see, when you're up close and personal like that with a band, and you're able to see how they emulate these heroes of yours from Lynyrd Skynyrd and their different guitar parts. It's just an awesome experience. So you guys get down there to Lakeview in Kingsport and check it out. And then of course, then you got the other venue coming up, and we'll plug that when it comes closer to the time to see that. So on the 30th. So you guys got anything else?
Yeah, we have some original music we're hoping to release soon. And that'll be on the website as well. So look for that. Look for just look for the website probably. That'll be the first step is getting the website up. But it'll have pictures. Probably videos from past shows. Good content to that the fans can kind of look at and. Yeah.
And Zach, you need to get some TikToks out there with your whole band in there. You guys playing all together. I mean, it's really awesome. You guys sound so great. So, well, that's about all I got. Craig, you got anything you want to add there, Stoned Roadie?
No, I just want to show my new quiver I got. In case you don't know what a quiver is, this is a quiver here. It holds arrows, and some of you didn't know that I actually shoot a bow and arrow, and my buddy was up in Colorado, Don and Marcia, and they sent this to me. It's pretty cool.
Craig's going to dress up in a loincloth in Halloween, and he's going to go out with that thing and wear it, because he does that. He dresses up on Halloween, and he goes to the grocery store and stuff like that. And that's real. That's not kidding. I'm serious.
Yeah, I wear my Blue Angels outfit like I'm a Blue Angels pilot.
Does that, if you wear that, and if you got the quiver and the loincloth, would that make you
Yeah.
smoke
And then
a
I got and then I got the
Pocahontas.
and then I got the pilot outfit that Griff got me that I'm actually gonna wear on the 100th edition of the Stone Roadie show. I'm gonna be your captain. Yeah.
Yeah, Craig's got the actual the hat, the shirt, and everything. I was dating a girl who was a flight attendant, and I said, hey, get me a captain's hat because my friend has to have one. So she went out and I couldn't believe she got it, but she got one for Craig. So
because I got a mullet head. I got a 7 and 5
it was
huge.
huge.
Yeah, so
To try to find a hat to fit Craig, to get a hat, period, and then one that fits,
and then talk that pilot out of his hat. Yeah, he had to do a special favor or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I didn't want to know about it. She said, "You don't want to know how I got this hat." So that's why I broke up with her. Actually, after I got the hat, I said, "I'll just get the hat and break up with her." Then,
Hey, Craig, we might be able to do some race cars like you did before and the NASCAR stuff, because I know it's your uncle Ronnie, right?
That's not Papa.
Papa Ronnie. Yeah. He's with what's the name of that racetrack? Is it
Lonesome Pine Motorsports Park?
Yeah, and he said we might be able to go down there and do some racing on it. So we'll get Griff in there too.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about racing, but I've been.
What kind of cars? What kind of cars are they?
They run like late models. It's only a quarter-mile track.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
It's asphalt.
Okay, quarter mile.
It's an asphalt track, so I mean, get some speed on them bad boys on an asphalt track like that. So that'd be a blast. He said something about it, and I said something about what you did. He said, "Well, we might be able to arrange that." And my eyes lit up like, "Ooh!"
Well, I've been in the car with Craig going down through. I think it was Cincinnati in the middle of town, and that's all the racing I want to do. We had a cop come up beside us, I said, Craig, there's a cop over there. Where, and then I said, his lights are on. And the next thing we know, he pulled the guy ahead of us. So that was kind of crazy that day. But so I guess that's about all we got for Saturday night special.
Yeah.
So,
all righty then. Well,
Savannah, you want to sing Happy Trails? You don't have to. Where's Chad? Bring Chad and we can get into singing.
He won't come in. Craig's great at it anyhow. I'm pretty sure that's why half the.
If I sing it, then he won't put the addition on at the end. So I'll just say, "Happy trails to you until we meet again," and happy trails to you, and keep token until then. And may the good Lord take a liking to you. And this has been podcast 96 of the Stone Roadie Show with ZACK Lane and Six Gun, and we're out of here. Cut. Bye-bye.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep token until then.